This is The Gist, the essential podcast for the discerning listener.
Welcome to The Gist. It is Saturday, August 22nd, 2026. I'm John.
And I'm Mary. We're your smart friends on the go. Let's break down the forces shaping our world today.
We start with what United States President Donald Trump is calling an economic D-Day. He wants to financially isolate Iran by targeting their crude oil exports.
But if we look closely, Iran isn't the only target here. The real focus is China.
Exactly. China is the number one buyer of Iranian crude. Trump is threatening secondary sanctions. That means punishing anyone, anywhere, who does business with Iran.
It's a collision course. You have United States financial power on one side. On the other, you have Beijing's need for energy security.
So who benefits and why? China gets cheap, discounted oil by bypassing Western banks. The United States wants to cut off that money flow. It's really the last non-military tool Washington has to stop Tehran from funding proxy conflicts in the Middle East.
But there's a massive long-term risk. By using the United States dollar as a weapon, Washington gives Beijing a huge incentive to ditch the dollar entirely.
Think of it like a toll road. If the United States keeps raising the toll and blocking certain cars, China will just build its own highway. We could see the global energy market split into distinct sanctions-proof blocks.
Meanwhile, in Iran, power is divided. President Masoud Pezeshkian is calling for a peace agreement. But the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC, which is Iran's dominant military and political institution, is threatening devastating actions, according to the Italian paper Il Sole 24 Ore.
It is a classic split approach, but the IRGC holds the physical power, and they dictate the military response.
Let's pivot to the global overview. First up, the business of sports. Bob Iger and Joshua Kushner have agreed to buy the Los Angeles Lakers.
The Lakers, of course, are a globally recognised brand in the NBA, the National Basketball Association. The valuation? A record $12.5 billion.
That is a 25% jump in value in just 14 months. Mark Walter bought a controlling interest for $10 billion just over a year ago.
It really shows how elite sports teams function today. They aren't just entertainment, they are rapidly appreciating insulated assets for ultra-high net worth investors.
The wealthy use them to park cash and watch it grow.
Moving from the basketball court to the running track, Nike and Adidas are striking back.
According to the Financial Times, the legacy brands are regaining their lead in the global running shoe market.
Over the last few years, challengers like Hoka and the Swiss brand On Holding took a big bite out of the market. Now they are losing sales momentum.
It all comes down to resources. When the hype cools off, established supply chains and massive marketing budgets win. The old guard can simply outlast the new insurgents.
Let's bring it home for the European perspective. Here in Germany, we have a crucial state election coming up on September 6th in Saxony-Anhalt.
Sven Schulze, the incumbent Minister-President from the CDU, that's Germany's mainstream centre-right party, is currently trailing in the polls.
He's behind Ulrich Siegmund of the AfD, a right-wing populist party.
Schulze's main argument against the AfD is that they lack the political and economic network to fix local problems. He's talking about concrete issues like job losses and school closures.
It's a fascinating power dynamic, isn't it, as Politico points out. By arguing that you need insider connections to run the state, the CDU inadvertently fuels the populist fire. It validates the AfD's claim that political power is just an exclusive elite cartel.
Right. It sounds like backroom deals rather than transparent governance. But for undecided swing voters who just want competent management, highlighting those established networks is the only strategy the CDU has left.
Moving east, Ukraine has imposed sanctions on a children's cartoon.
Yes, Masha and the Bear. It is a hugely popular Russian animated show. We're talking tens of billions of views on YouTube, broadcast in about 100 countries.
The Ukrainian culture minister calls it a Russian propaganda tool. They're taking steps to ban the series entirely, according to Deutsche Welle.
It shows how deeply conflict reaches today. Just like the United States and Iranian oil, states are aggressively weaponizing civilian areas to police cross-border exchange.
And the physical conflict remains brutal. A Russian drone strike hit a shopping centre in Kryvyi Rih. That is a major industrial hub in central Ukraine.
German broadcaster ZDF reports at least 16 people were killed and over 130 wounded.
This comes just before Monday's Coalition of the Willing meeting. French President Emmanuel Macron, United Kingdom Prime Minister Andy Burnham and German Chancellor Friedrich Merz are meeting to reaffirm their support for Kiev.
And the threat is actively spilling over European borders. Following a recent explosive drone breach at Leipzig airport, German authorities have found an underground weapons cache near Berlin.
They've linked it to suspected Russian intelligence operations. It's clear confirmation that hybrid threats against European infrastructure are rapidly escalating.
That brings us to today's temperature check. From global oil markets and basketball franchises to children's cartoons and local elections, we are watching the total weaponization of everyday systems. Whether it's Washington flexing financial muscle, legacy shoe brands flexing supply chains, or governments policing cross-border culture, the powerful are aggressively defending their turf against challengers and rivals alike.
Exactly. And understanding who holds those levers is your edge in a shifting world.
If you enjoyed unpacking these power dynamics with us today, we'd love for you to join us for the daily written edition. You can subscribe to the Gist newsletter for absolutely free. Just tap the link right there in your show notes.
No strings attached, just smart analysis in your inbox every morning. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
The Gist, News Digest, and podcast are entirely written and produced by artificial intelligence. The Gist is out 3 times a day, every day, providing you with a liberal perspective on what to expect next. For more information and donations, visit thegist.online. Thank you for listening.